What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Tanisha, and I am here with a video. Woohoo! I have some great things to show and to share with you guys. The first thing I'd like to share with you guys is, drum roll please, waist beads! Sorry, I don't want to yell. It's always awkward talking to yourself into a camera, so the whole yelling, cheering, yeah, we'll get used to that in the future. I now have a waist bead store called Queen Waist Beads. I will leave the link in the description box below. And I also have an Instagram page. I'll leave that in the box as well. I absolutely love waist beads, and for those of you guys who don't know what waist beads are basically like a crown for your hips. Crown your waist, okay? A crown for your hips. Just think of it as a giant necklace that goes around your waist, pretty much. And yes, they are made out of beads and they sit on your waist. Now, waist beads come in so many different forms, so many different styles, so many different types. There's so like the types of waist beads and the reasons for wearing waist beads are endless, and so that's what makes them awesome and unique to every woman and special to every woman, because it can get so personal. There's so many different reasons to wear them, so it's just easy to find what works for you and to just hold on to them. So I want to really get into why I personally got into waist beads, and don't worry guys, I'll show you some of my waist beads. I'll show you the ones that I wear closer to the end of the video. So one of the reasons why I got into waist beads was because I am a minimalist. If you guys look at me right now, I don't have any jewelry on. I just have my earrings and my nails done, and that's pretty much it. I keep my hair nice and short for the most part, although I'm pretty sure I'm gonna grow it out very soon. Sometimes I just want a little something, you know, just a little something. And that's where waist beads come in for me. Waist beads are awesome because you can hide them for those of you who don't want it to show, because it could be used as lingerie. And then they can stand out. It can be a part of your outfit. So that's my form of jewelry. That's where I go crazy and have a whole bunch of different kinds. So Queen Waist Beads, my company, the reason why I chose to call it Queen Waist Beads is because, first of all, I personally feel like I'm the queen of waist beads, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. And I think that every woman who's wearing a set of waist beads should feel like she's a queen of the waist beads that she's wearing. And that's why I like to say, crown your waist. Crown your waist, okay? Because within your waist, there are awesome things in there that make you essentially a woman. I don't know who needs to hear this, but men don't have those things, all right? We're completely different. There is so much to be proud of when it comes to being a woman. And when you crown your waist, when you put your waist beads on, that is a celebration between you and your body. And it can be something where it's personal, only you know about, or only you and your partner know about, or you and the rest of the world, you and your girls, you and whoever sees you walking by with these beautiful beads around your waist. And I just want something where women can look into and learn to look into themselves for things, because oftentimes we look into other people, we look into other things. If only I had this car, if I lived in this condo, if I was dating this guy, if I had these kids, all these things that are outside of ourselves. And I love waist beads for the simple fact that they remind me to look within. Everything that I need, everything that I think that I need to have in order to grow or become better, I already have it in with me. And the waist beads are a physical reminder of that. And also they're a reminder for us women to hold our heads high, to know our worth, to upkeep and uphold our standards. Like no means no. And that goes beyond the typical sexual consent kind of thing. Literally, if I say no to something, I don't need to change my mind because people are trying to convince me. And honestly, me personally, my waist beads are a physical reminder of that. All right, different reasons to wear waist beads, and the list goes on and on and on and on. But a few reasons why people wear waist beads: a celebration of your body, celebration of femininity, awareness. So like I said, in that area, there are things in there that guys don't have, and we forget about it. We forget about our womb. You know, our womb reminds us that it's there like once a month or once every so often, and it's usually not in a very nice way, like having a Bloody Mary waterfall. Great, thanks for letting me know that you're still here. But let's find like a positive, nice way to remind ourselves that we have a womb, right? And why not dress it up and let these beads dance on our waist without us even moving? So that's another reason why people wear waist beads is self-awareness. Colors, waist beads can have meanings if you so choose, and if you buy it that way, they can certainly have meanings. Different colors mean different things. So for example, like red would stand for sensuality, vitality. Orange is like confidence. Yellow, joy. Blue, truth, self-awareness. Green, money, baby. What else? What other colors can I think of? Gold, royalty. Black, protection. And the list goes on and on and on. There's a whole bunch of colors that I didn't even list, and they all have different meanings. So depending on what beads you put on, and if you want it to mean something and you choose a color specifically for it to mean that thing, that is very powerful in itself. Another reason why people use waist beads is like a spirituality tool. Other reasons why people wear waist beads is style. You know, you don't have to have a real reason. You can literally just wear them because you like them. Fertility, honestly, the list goes on and on and on, and I can definitely make a separate video talking about why people wear waist beads on their own. So now I'm just going to show you guys some of the waist beads that I currently have. So I make all my waist beads, because I am a waist bead retailer. Again, Queen Waist Beads. Let me shout myself out real quick. Support a Black-owned business, boo. All right. So some of the waist beads I have. So all the ones I have here, they are clasps. And I'm going to explain to you why I do clasps in a second. So the other thing too is when I make them for myself, I like to do a lot of experimenting with different materials and different types of beads and different types of string. So this one's like a stretchy cord string bead. Isn't this so pretty? Love these. And then just look at them on my skin tone. It's just nice and pink. Reminds me of lipstick. It's like one of my favorite shades of lipsticks. So there's this one, and this one is pink, bronze, and like it's kind of like a goldish pinkish. A little closer. So there's one. Another one I did. So this one is not with stretchy cord. So this one does not stretch at all. So this one is made to size. And I love this one because this one, it just reminds me to be grounded. So the ones I did make, so this one, this one, I call this one passion fruit. Yeah, I like to name my beads, and yeah, I just like to name my beads, honestly. Passion fruit. This one's just all about passion and love. Passion and love with the pink. Then we have sandy. Reminds me of being at the beach. Reminds me of just like mix match seashells that you would find. There's pearls, brown beads, goldish iridescent beads, white beads. And so white is a symbol of purity, brown is a sense of grounding, and then gold, we know gold is like royalty, expensive, luxurious. So this one just reminds me of being on the beach, enjoying my luxurious life. This one is just so cute. I made this one just for style. This is definitely just a fashion bead. In my opinion, there's no real meaning to it, and I actually love these, but sadly I think they're too small now, and I'll explain that in a second too. But basically this one has like these skinny beads and then glass beads here. These are like a blue, metallic blue, like a metallic ashy blue, and then we got silver, and silver is also another color of royalty, elegance. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure there's another meaning for silver that I haven't figured out yet. And lastly, this one I definitely made for the meaning. This last bead I made because I was feeling down and out, and I just felt like I needed some spiritual medicine. And so it came in the form of waist beads. I made myself waist beads for protection. And when I say protection, I just mean from other people's blasted energy. Honestly, like, energy is so real. I always say this. And yeah, so I just made this one so I can wear it and remember, stay away from the negative vibes, stay away from the negative energy. So that's why this one is black. That's the color that's important. And then this color's in the middle here. Honestly, clearly I don't know my colors. That sounds so bad, but you know what I mean. Like, it's like a yellow, it's like a see-through yellow. Like, I don't really think it's a real color in particular. So yeah, and again, this one's not stretchy either. It's made to size. So now I'm going to show you guys how I put on my clasp waist beads. So all the beads that I showed you guys here are clasp, and they're the screw-on clasp Oops, so like this. And then you just screw. All right, so this is me. Hello, welcome to my body. Sorry, you guys can't see my face. So I currently have one bead on right now, and that is this one. This is a stretchy one that I have, also with a clasp. That clasp there. Personally, when I make beads for myself, I don't put clasp covers. For any of you guys who have waist bead businesses as well and know what I'm talking about, I don't really put clasp covers when I make them for me. When they're for clients, of course, but not for myself. I don't really care. And see, this one, if you guys notice, is getting loose. So just a little tip, a little FYI, never waste your money on stretchy cord waist beads. If you're gonna wear stretchy cord waist beads, just make them yourself. Please don't buy them. It's a waste. Like, personally, I'd be very upset if I bought beads and this started happening to them. But again, I'm a waist bead maker, so it's fine. Anyway, so this one is just cute. It's just pretty. These are like bluish, purplish iridescent beads, and then pink. So love stuff like that. So the cool thing about beads anyways is you can wear them on top of your clothes. So if I really wanted them to show today, I mean, it doesn't really match my outfit. Some people might think I look a little strange with my beads out. It's up to you, boo. All right, so now I'm gonna put on my beads for protection. And so basically when they are clasped, they go on true to size. All right, so that means if you're buying waist beads from my site and you want to add a clasp onto it, make sure that you are putting in your measurements and that your measurements are correct. All right, so this is the one that I made true to size. So let me just stick this one underneath so it doesn't get in the way. Okay, so this one's true to size. This one I made for weight management. Oh, yes, that is another reason why people wear waist beads, to manage their weight. And that is a big point for me. I am a very free spirit exerciser, trainer person. For those of you who don't know, I'm also a personal trainer as well. Yeah, check out these. Ooh. Anyways, so back to my waist beads. When you are using them to measure your weight, you would put them above your belly button. So that's where this one sits. So then what happens is if I start losing weight, so if I'm just sucking in my stomach just to show you guys, they will lower down. When I start gaining weight, I'm pushing my stomach out, they're rolling up. And this basically just tells you what you're like. It shows you where you're at for the day. It shows you if you're eating too much, if you're bloating, if you're gaining weight, all that awesome stuff. So I actually had a set of beads on that were tied on. So what tied on means is there's no clasp. Once you put them on, they're permanent. So where's the clasp? So instead of it having this, you would just take the ends of the string, tie it together, and they're on for good. So I recently had a set of beads on that were on there permanently, and they were actually, sorry, I keep sitting and standing, but I just want to show you guys. So they were the same size as these beads, maybe a little bit tighter. And one night I was full. Okay, guys, I was full. I had eaten so much food and I was just trying to go to bed, and my beads are just like, and I was like, I can't breathe. So I just cut them off, and that is fine. That's totally okay. You can cut your beads off when the time is right. So for me, the time was right. I was monitoring my waist. I wanted to gain some weight. I know that inevitably, if I'm trying to gain weight in my body overall, that my midsection will get bigger too. So my midsection got a little bigger, the beads got too tight, and I snipped those bad boys off. And since then, I haven't gotten an opportunity to make myself a new set of permanent beads because for me, I like to have permanent beads that stay on, and then I can switch it up with my fun little, with my fun little babies. So another set of beads I'm going to put on right now is these ones. These ones were pretty tight. Yeah, I made it, and I don't even think I actually wore a whole day. And so that's the other thing you guys got to be careful of too, is buying or measuring yourself in a way where your beads are too tight, because when you do order beads from my site, we will be using either nylon thread, which is great. I love nylon thread, strong stuff, or a whole bunch of authentic cotton thread. All right, so those don't stretch. Obviously, they're going to stretch a little bit over time, just like with anything. But when I say they don't stretch, I mean like they don't stretch, okay? So when you're measuring yourself, especially for weight loss, make sure that you have room. Make sure you have room, okay? I know a lot of people, like me personally, I like to wear my beads for style. I want them to sit nicely right here, to be honest. That's my favorite spot to wear my beads. I think it's so cute when they're in the middle of my tummy. And that is why I have chosen to try my best to stick to the clasp, because when they're around this part of your body and you're trying to go to sleep late at night and it's this tight, good luck. So what I always recommend to people is when you're measuring your beads, 2 to 3 fingers, all right, should be able to fit comfortably. Right now, I'm really pushing it. It's really only 2 that actually fit, all right? And so, like I said to you guys, 2 is good. It will show you where you're at. I think 3 is a little better, 2.5 fingers. And if you want to get really technical, you can measure it out as well. All right, so for the sake of this video, I'm going to put on this set of beads, which is a little bit smaller. Let's see how it goes. So again, guys, all my beads that I wear personally are clasp. Now you have the option, clasp, and they're the screw-on clasp. And then after I screw them on, which I did, I'm just going to turn it around. Whoa, these are tight. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Oh, these are so cute. Okay, so I just pushed the other beads up top. Look at how cute these are. But you guys, I'm sure you can also tell that they're squeezing me, right? Like, even if I just move now. So this is what you got to be careful of. I'm going to be honest. These beads, like I said before, are for style. I literally made these just for style if I want to go somewhere and be cute, right? But this was also when I was a little bit thinner. So yeah. And so that's the thing that, okay, this one I can fit my 2 fingers in perfectly. So yeah, maybe 3 fingers would be good. Yeah, like I said, these are just style beads. Like, I'm only wearing these when I'm going out somewhere. I would not be sleeping in these. Like, I can't even breathe. Yes, and then again, my black and gold, well, black and yellowish gold. Yeah. So, and so even with the other one as well. So I was wearing all 3. Well, I am wearing all 3, I guess. This is what it looks like. Oh, let me fix my shirt. So you guys can get an idea of what waist beads look like with clothes. I mean, I'm not wearing the best outfit to fully demonstrate what waist beads look like with clothes on. I know my stomach might even look a little bit crazy right now. But that's how it goes. And then a good thing too is, like, beads are pretty discreet. Obviously, because they're nice and small. So you're not going to see or be able to tell that I have any beads under my clothes. Ta-da! Look at that. I know you guys can kind of see this one here, but that's okay. For all anybody knows, that could literally just be my fabric. So yeah, I hope you guys learned a little bit about waist beads and got a good idea of what waist beads are about. One other question that I see a lot is who can wear waist beads, especially with everything going on in this world. People want to know, can white women wear waist beads? Can Chinese women wear waist beads? Can Asian women wear waist beads? Whoever. I said, yeah, I don't know. All the races, Spanish women, Hispanic women, Indian women, Sri Lankan women, Portuguese women, Italian women, whoever, wherever country you're from, Canadian women, American women, white women, black women, green women, yellow women, doesn't matter. What I will say is any woman can wear waist beads, right? They are meant for women. Now, it's important to give credit where it's due. I think that any person wearing waist beads should know the background of waist beads. And make sure that you're not wearing them, calling them something else than what they actually are. Oh yeah, I just have this belly chain. No, it's waist beads, okay? If they look like this, if they have beads on them, they are waist beads. If they go around your waist with beads, they are waist beads, okay? They're not belly chains. They're not waist jewelry or something like that. They are waist beads. It's important to know where they originated. Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, And I'm not sure if yeah, that's where I believe it originated. And then to the countries that actually do practice them, I know it's a mixture of Black and brown women who wear waist beads. So, or beads that are very similar, because I did meet with someone who did explain to me that in her culture, women wear beads very similar to waist beads, but it's usually around their neck. And the colors have similar meanings. So that was cool too. Waist beads originally were not necessarily to be shown off to the world. They were like lingerie, they were kind of discreet, or they were more about coming of age into maturity. In some countries, they place waist beads on babies to protect them, also like during fertility for protection. So was it always a style thing? Not necessarily. So in some countries, some places, it would actually be like to see women wear their waist beads on top of their clothes, right? But here, I live in Canada, Western civilization. It's another form of jewelry, body celebration, and adornment. So any woman can wear waist beads. Just give credit where it's due. Know the history of them, so that when you talk to other people, you're pointing people in the right direction. And yeah.